All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Smart Money Team Hangout, the home of reverse banking, the strategic approach to rapid debt elimination. Listen, I am super excited to be here tonight. I hope you all are having a fantastic week. This is your midweek broadcast, your inspiration and motivation while you work on your financial situation. I'm your host. My name is Charles Lenore, and I am your debt elimination expert, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys tonight about our crusade against debt and poverty in America and hoping that you all will be motivated enough to join us. So, before we get going, we always do a roll call at the top of the hour just to see who's on the broadcast. So, I'll give you guys a few minutes, and all we ask you to do is tell us what city, what state you're in, or anything else you like to say in the comments. What the weather is like where you're at. What did you do this week? Whatever. Okay. We just want to know who's tuning in and where you're tuning in from. So I'll give you guys a second or two to comment. And I'll check the comments here. I am again hosting by myself this week as my partner in crime. Lorenzo is on vacation, but he should be back with us hopefully next Wednesday. All right. And listen, folks, this is what is great about what we do. Sometimes you just got to have some days off that you need to spend for yourself or for your family. All right. And what we're going to show you is how to rapidly eliminate your debt so that you can retire early and start enjoying life the way you want to enjoy life. So, again, if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, you know how we do it. Roll call at top of the hour. Go ahead and put a comment in there and tell us where you are, what city, what state you're in. All right. Again, I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that, but I've got some great information I'm going to share with you tonight. I'm super excited always to be on the air with you all on Wednesday. Again, Lorenzo's not going to be here with me tonight. We are your dynamic duo of debt elimination. All right. But you got the better half with you tonight. All right. So we're going to drive on as usual. All right. So let me see if there's anybody who's made a comment yet. Doesn't look like it. You guys are being silent scrollers again tonight. That's all right. As long as you're paying attention. But we want to give you a shout out on the air while we are live. So if you are watching the broadcast right now, especially if you're a member of the Smart Money team, come on, tell me where you are and what state you're in so the other viewers will know that we've got viewers, tuning in from all across the country, all right? So just go ahead and say something in the comments. Now, if you are tuning in, you may have to give StreamYard permission. And there, if you're tuning in from my page, all you have to do is click on StreamYard.com/Facebook, okay, so that I can see your comment, because otherwise it's going to come up as a blank avatar face. You have to give StreamYard permission, all right, so I can see the comments, all right? All right, so listen, guys, I'm not going to belabor the show tonight. We're going to be fast and we're going to be furious, and I want to talk to you all a little bit about what's going on in America right now. Right? What's going on in America? How are you adapting? And how debt plays a role in that, right? I've been doing this for 15 years. I started while I was in the military. And I was always trying to figure out, what am I going to do when I get out of the military? All right. How am I going to set up my family for success? Have you ever been there? Have you ever thought about the future and what life is going to be like? Because, once you hit 30 and you get over 30, you start to realize, that you are mortal. And at some point, you are going to probably pass away. All right. And so if you're fortunate enough to live in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or even to your 70s, that's truly a blessing. But what have you been able to accomplish in your life besides working 40, 50, 60 hours? All right. Because if you have not been able to take the time to enjoy life, then listen, what can you say? What can you pass on? What can you, appreciate about the life you've lived? And one of the things that holds a lot of us back from being able to enjoy life is our bills, our debts, right? Listen, we're all working basically to pay our debts. That's what we're doing, right? But what if you knew of a way that you can actually get rid of those debts really fast and start enjoying life? I retired from the military back in 2016, y'all. I have not worked since then. I do not ever want to have to work for someone else who's going to dictate where I have to be, when I can go on vacation, when I can be sick, the hours I have to be at work, all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You're barely spending time with your family. You can't do the things you want to do. The boss is frustrating you. You're not getting promoted like you want to. And you're going to continue to do that well into your 50s and your 60s. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you have not financially prepared yourself in order to live the life that you want to live. So you work and you work and you work just to continue to live the lifestyle that you want to live. But what if you could do something drastic? What if you could actually take your financial situation and take control of it so that you can live the lifestyle that you want to live? That's what I want you guys to understand. We want for you right here on this broadcast and as a part of the Smart Money team. So what I want to do in a few minutes is I'm going to share with you, all right, a little bit of information, and then I'll take some of your questions if you have any. All right, so I do see, looks like, hey, Earl, one of my frat brothers, got on the call. All right, man, glad to see you. And unfortunately, it didn't hit StreamYard, so I cannot see your face, but we definitely see your name. So Earl, appreciate you tuning in to the broadcast, my brother. Anybody else out there? Don't see anybody else commenting tonight. You guys are really silent tonight. It must be a lot going on. I don't know if the playoffs or the basketball playoffs are going on or anything like that. But hey, speaking of playoffs, let me tell you something. And I'm not going to say this to brag or to boast, but I really want you guys to understand the power of being in control of your own schedule and the power of having time on your side. So recently, I took my family to see the Game 4, as it was, the Atlanta Hawks. About 3 hours and a half, maybe roughly 3-hour ride from my house to Atlanta. And, got the tickets kind of at the last minute, spur of the moment. My daughter really wanted to go. And so I decided, why not? All right. And I got some tickets, and the tickets I got were probably like 4 rows off the floor, okay, right behind the scoreboard, not the scoreboard, right? Well, actually behind the broadcast, the scores table, as they call it, in the center, right? Very good seats. And some of y'all saw me post that on Facebook, and I actually got to meet the man, the legend for the Atlanta Hawks, Dominic Wilkins, okay? Number 21. You guys that if you're tuning in from Georgia and you watched basketball or came up on basketball, you know who number 21 is. All right. So I got to meet the guy in the back in the Players Club lounge there. And the reason why I want to even mention this to y'all is because, again, last minute decision. It's the playoffs. Of course, you're going to know that the tickets are not going to be cheap. All right, not unless you're way up in the nosebleed seats. And I had seats that were 4 rows off the court, right? At the last minute. Why was I able to do that? Because I'm retired. I'm living a debt-free life. I've got passive income coming in from real estate investments, from the debt elimination programs that we show people. And it has been fantastic to be able to do stuff like that, spontaneous with your family. And I know all of you want to be able to do stuff like that. So if that's you and you're frustrated, you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, you really want to be able to vacation more, or maybe you're just tired of that job and the hours that you're working, and you want to really, really get back your time, because it's not always about the money, right? Money is great. We all want more money. You'd be lying to me if you said you didn't want more money in your life. But the reason why most people want more money is so that they can have more time. So what it really boils down to is time for you. You want control of your time. You don't want people telling you when to be there and when to be at work and when to go on vacation and when can you be sick. Because if you have time and you're in control of it, you do what you want to do. I get up and go to the gym when I want to. I go to the store when I want to. I do things when I want to. And that to me is the most precious commodity out there, time. So let me help you get your time back this evening with some information I'm going to share with you that I personally believe can change your entire financial situation, change your life for the better, and build wealth for your family for generations. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a few slides, okay? And I want to share this information with you. It's going to take maybe about 15 minutes of your time. And I promise you we'll be done in a few minutes. All right, so stand by. I'm going to pull the slides up right now. All right, so you heard me mention it, Smart Money Team. Well, who the heck is the Smart Money Team and why should you care? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Smart Money Team is just a group of ordinary people working together as a team to help people from all walks of life not only eliminate their mortgage debt, but all their debt in record time. Okay, here's what we do. Our mission is to provide financial education and training in order to raise public awareness about the danger of debt. Here's how we do it. Now, we know in order to actually be successful with our mission, you really have to get enough people motivated and dedicated to kind of start a movement. And we need a movement of hundreds, if not thousands of people who are able to work with our projects and in the process, make enough money for a living. In other words, every spare minute that you have that you spend with us, you're going to get paid. All right. And I'm going to tell you how to do that here shortly. Because the way we do this is through internet marketing, right? That's our business model that we've selected. It's how we are going to make sure that we're successful in our mission. Now, our objective is to reduce or eliminate debt and poverty in America, okay? And we're going to do it one individual, one family, and one community at a time, all right? Whether you help us or not, it's going to get done. And our goal is to help 365 families get out of financial bondage each year, one family or one individual each day of the year. That is our goal. In fact, we oftentimes exceed that. All right. So let me tell you right now what our team is currently doing. Right now, we have over $53 million that we are managing, that we are helping families to rapidly eliminate. Okay. So far, the folks who have come to us have paid off over $4,441,000. Okay, of debt. All right. Now, I often tell my partner Lorenzo when he's here, this is the only debt number that I like to see go higher. Right. Normally, you don't want to see your debt go up. You don't want to see your credit card debt go up. You don't want to see student loan debt go up. All right. But this number we want to see go up. We want this 53 million to be in the billions at some point. All right. And then we want to see our clients obviously pay off that debt. So tonight, really quickly, I'm going to talk to you about how to eliminate your debt and create a lucrative job replacing income stream while you're still working your current 9-to-5 job. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to share this with you here shortly. Now, you say, Charles, why in the heck is this important? Why should I care? Because we're living in an unstable economy. Folks, the warning signs are all around us. The unemployment rate currently is 3.8%. All right. And right now, there have been 6.3 million jobs lost. That's a lot of jobs, folks. You know, at one point, there was over 26.5 million jobs lost within the last 24 months. Did you know that? And guess what? Recently, inflation hit a 40-year high. It's been an ugly word that we've been hearing over and over for the past few months, inflation. Due to world events and supply chain shortages, there have been a result of this inflation. Gas prices have been going up, along with many other items that we essentially need. And don't forget, folks, we are still in the middle of a global pandemic, a pandemic that caught most of you off guard. People didn't properly plan their financial futures, and they were financially unprepared when the economy started shifting. Just like now, inflation is causing a lot of people who are unprepared financially to start complaining about gas prices, to start complaining about the rise of grocery prices. Well, if you've got your financial situation under control, you really probably won't care too much about that because you aren't worried and strapped about money. So there are really a lot of families struggling right now, okay, to pay their bills, and they have an enormous amount of debt, right? That might be you. You watching this broadcast right now might be living paycheck to paycheck. He might be trying to figure it out each and every week how you're going to make it. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of people out there that don't understand just how harmful debt is, and they have yet to take any kind of action. All right. People are definitely hurting out there. I talk to them every day, and they're struggling to pay them bills. But guess what? Even during these perilous times, there is opportunity, folks. There's opportunity. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Charles Norton Jr. Okay, I am a retired Army officer. I served over 24 plus years, and I deployed into combat multiple times. All right. I am a real estate investor full time. I started a company approximately 17 years ago now, and I built a significant portfolio of rental properties, everything from single family homes all the way up to multi properties like duplexes, fourplexes, small apartments, and large apartment complexes. And I've done it in 5 different states. I've got property in 5 different states. Okay. I've built multiple income streams in my spare time using social media platforms like what you're looking at now, Facebook or either YouTube, and just leveraging the internet. Okay. I am the founder of the Smart Money Team, which we'll talk a little bit more about here shortly. And there's nothing else special about me except for I have a passion for helping others. I really like doing that. On the left here, you see me mentoring, coaching my 5 to 7-year-old basketball team at the YMCA. We went undefeated, and we still rock every season. And listen, I love doing this, but the reason why I can do this is simply because I have the time. On the right here, you see me volunteering. I'm feeding the homeless. I really, really appreciate having the time available to go do things like that, especially when it comes to homeless veterans. Because as a former veteran, former active duty officer, and now veteran, retired Army officer, it does not make sense to me that we have homeless veterans. Okay, so I want to do my part to help them get back on their feet. Now you say, Charles, why in the heck should I listen to you? Okay, well, listen. Now let's talk about a little bit of the money, because just in the past 12 months, I have earned $121,719 in my spare time. So my average income has been $10,143.25 to be exact. And I've only done this in my spare time, 20 hours, probably a month at the most, to earn this type of income. And what is super exciting about this is I've done it helping others get out of debt bondage. Wouldn't you like to know how you could get paid helping yourself or helping other people get out of debt? Get paid while you're eliminating your mortgage. Get paid while you're eliminating your student loan. Get paid while you're eliminating credit card debt or auto loans, whatever it is that you have, and helping others do the same. There is nothing more rewarding than to watch people get out of debt extremely fast, and you also benefit by creating a lucrative income stream that you can do things like take additional vacations or take your family to an NBA playoff game and have seats 4 rows from the floor. All right. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. Right now, why do we care about debt? Because debt has consequences, folks. Listen, divorce is one of those consequences, because finances are the number 1 cause for divorce in America today. Did you know that? I hope you know that. Take time to stop and think about how many times you have fought with your significant other over bills or not having money to purchase something one of you have wanted. Think about that. And what about stress? Debt actually causes a lot of undue stress, which can escalate for many people into physical as well as mental health problems, right? A lot of people running on with mental problems because they have a lot of stress on their life. Wouldn't you like to take some of that stress off your life, right? And debt is destructive, folks. Oh, it is so destructive. Listen, debt destroys dreams. Let me ask you this question. Is debt and financial stress destroying your life's dreams, right? Debt has a way of taking away our dreams. The more debt we incur, the less free money we have to follow our dreams. It prevents us from starting families, getting married, vacationing more. It's enjoying life. And did you know debt even destroys families? It's so unfortunate, but it's true because more than 40% of American families spend more than they earn. Think about that. 40% of the families out there spend more than they earn. Wow. And guess what, folks? Debt even destroys futures. You have children? Do you have grandchildren? Are you concerned about their future? Well, listen, a lot of them won't have the opportunity to go to college. They won't have a financial future because guess what? Social Security may not even be around for them. So what are they doing? All right. Most parents can't even afford to spend enough or get their children into college, all right, because of debt. All right. The younger generation is being robbed of their opportunity to receive a higher education because they start off with student loan debt. Come on, folks. This debt even destroys nations. Listen to this. The U.S. national debt right now is $30 trillion and rising. And right now, our personal debt in America is at an all-time high. We're talking $22 trillion and rising. You don't believe me? Just go to usdebtclock.org and look in the left-hand corner, and you'll see what the national debt is currently, and you will see what the personal debt is. Please, folks, you got to look at this. It's really will be disturbing to you. So my question to you is debt holding you back? Is it preventing you from enjoying your life and doing things you want to do? If it is, then you're really going to want to pay attention to what I'm going to share with you here right now. Because what if you could create a passive income stream from the comfort of your home simply by helping other people get out of debt? And what if you can do this all without begging friends and family, without cold calling, without talking to strangers, or other time-sucking activities like hotel meetings and home parties? People don't have time to do that. They don't have time to drive 2 hours to some meeting that they've been invited to, spend 2 hours at the meeting, and then drive 2 hours home just to get a big fat no. I don't want to be a part of that. All right. I don't want to buy your jewelry. I don't want to get your Avon stuff. I don't want to get in your cosmetics. I don't want to do any of that supplement stuff. All right. Have you heard no's before when you're trying to get some extra income into your life? Well, listen, the internet has broken down all those traditional barriers for building a business. Building a business online. Now, you may be asking, why go online versus traditional brick and mortar business? Well, listen, we're in a pandemic. For about 2 years, we haven't even really been able to hug people. We've been masked up. We can't do things. We can't get out. Well, that's the beauty of being able to do stuff online and work from the comfort of your home, because you don't need to get started immediately. You can get started immediately. Just all you need is a cell phone and laptop. And you don't need a big old fancy office. Okay. You don't need to borrow money from the bank or get a small business loan, right? You don't need to hire or train employees. Absolutely none of this is necessary to start an online business from the comfort of your home. Now, anybody can start working a business from home with just a laptop and internet connection. All right. Now, maybe not just everybody. Okay. Maybe you need a little bit of age on you and a little bit of maturity. Okay. But if you are listening to me right now, you can leverage the internet and can literally reach people online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make money. Now, to make money online, you just need to be able to do at least two things. One, you got to find a problem in the marketplace. Find a problem. Well, guess what, folks? We've already identified the problem with the Smart Money team. The problem is debt. I've just been talking to you about it for the last 10 minutes. Debt is a huge problem for 98% of America. The second thing you need to be able to do is then offer a solution to that problem, right? That is business 101. Find a problem and then offer a solution. So our solution is this debt relief pill that we've come up with. Okay, you just take this twice a day for 30 days. It'll wipe out all the debt you have and increase your credit score. Okay, obviously, I'm joking. There is no such thing as a debt relief pill. But what we do have is an award-winning financial solution. Okay, a program and service that most people don't have any idea exists. It's an online personal education and finance system. It was created for consumers like me and you, all right, to get us out of debt in the fastest time possible. In addition to that, it's going to help us build substantial cash reserve in the bank. So eliminate your debt and then save money. People think you can't do both at the same time, but in fact you can, and it can be done mathematically. You just don't know how to do it because we're not smart enough. You have to have some kind of technology to be able to do this. And guess what? While you are helping others get out of debt, you can earn $450 to $1,550. Now, whether you earn that a day, a week, or for the month, it's totally up to you. But think about this. Would $450 a month help you with something? Would it help you with your mortgage? Would it help you pay off the student loans faster? Would it help you with your credit card debt? Would it help you with your auto loan? All right. And then what if you were making $1,550? Think about that. Whether it's a month or a week or a day, because we have folks like myself doing this every day. So how does it work? Well, here's how our system works, okay? It's an online system that pulls all your financial accounts into one central location. It uses advanced financial banking strategies and money saving to map out the most effective tailor-fitted strategy to help you achieve your goals of freedom from debt. All right, I'm talking your mortgage, auto, student loan, credit cards, furniture loan, you name it, whatever debt you have, okay? This amazing system of ours computes the optimal time to leverage money to pay off your debts and cancel interest. People think that the problem is debt. It's not the problem. The real issue behind the scenes is the interest. It's the amortization schedule that the banks craftily create to use against us to get interest out of us, all right? That is the problem. Now, this system is very complex and it may sound simple, but it's actually millions of lines of code and multiple math algorithms hard at work. Very hard, all right? Stuff that binary stuff, you just look at the screen here. Who's going to figure that out, okay? Unless you're just a brainiac of some sort. What this system does, it unlocks your financial DNA. It finds the financial problem that you have, unlocks that problem, and creates that solution for you. The way to really kind of visualize this, I like to think of it like a GPS that we have in our car. You know, when you go in your car and you type the address into your GPS and you say, hey, I'm at home and I want to go to this restaurant, okay, across town, you put the address in there, and guess what? The GPS then calculates where you are and plots out the fastest, most efficient route to your destination, right? Ain't that how it works? Okay. And if for some reason you're going on that path and you miss the turn or you take the wrong exit, what happens? The GPS just recalculates and guides you how to get back on track, correct? Well, guess what? That's what our system does for you financially. We call it a financial GPS. It will show you the fastest route to zero debt while helping you to build wealth along the way. It basically guides you to paying off your debts in the fastest way possible so that you can save for retirement, and it helps you stay focused and then tracks your success, right? When you know what your results are, don't you work even harder? I mean, when you're losing weight and you see that you're losing weight, don't you work even harder in the gym, or don't you stick to that diet even more? Yes, it's proven. So just imagine having a smart money system that shows you how to keep more of your hard-earned money and put it to work for you. See, our financial system is web-based and it can integrate with over 13,000 credit unions, lenders, credit card, and financial institutions across the United States. And it works just like the financial programs inside the actual banking systems, okay? But instead of working to make the bank money, it works to make you money, okay? Now, our system computes the optimal time to leverage your money to pay off your debts and cancel interest, literally saving you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that you can use for other things like retiring, going on further vacations, whatever it is that you want to do, okay? So I hope that I've kind of peeled back enough of the onion to give you a little taste of what we do. All right. But you may be saying, well, Charles, all this sounds good, but what do I need to do to get started? How do I become a member of this smart money team? Well, let's talk about how to get started. Because yes, there is a requirement. You will need to make a one-time payment of $199 to be a part of this team and get started with what we do. All right. Now, if you're out there and you're looking at this and you're saying $199, that's a lot. Shame on you, because you spend $199, some of you in a week, some of you in a day, buying shoes, clothes, and all kinds of other frivolous stuff that is not going to help you get to your retirement faster. It's not going to build wealth for you and your family. It's not going to help you eliminate debt. So get over it. Make the one-time contribution and get started with us. One time. We're not talking about like these programs out there that make you do stuff like called auto ship, where you have to pay each and every month for some package or some program. You just make this one-time payment. And if you're a first responder or you're military, first responder meaning police officer, firefighter, EMT, past or present, meaning you're currently, or you may have formerly been, or you're retired, okay? Any one of those categories, we will waive part of that $199 so that you only have to pay $149. All right. And all we need is proof of service. Just show us some credentials that you were either in the military, like a DD-214, currently in there with your current LES or something, or a badge, or your training certificate or graduation certificate showing that you are indeed a first responder or have been. All right, folks, we want you to be a part of our movement that is actually sweeping across America. We've got folks from the north to the south, to the east to the west, Alaska and Hawaii. All right, this is serious stuff we are doing. And we want you to be part of our movement and our crusade. Because you know what? If you don't want to be a part of our crusade, right, and you don't want to offer what we're doing to your friends and family, guess what? We will. Someone in your family, someone that you work with is going to hear about what we're doing. They're going to be excited and they're going to want to be a part of us. I would rather for you to be the one to introduce them to that. All right. So if you're ready to get on the road to financial freedom, come join us. Get back with the person who invited you, thought enough of you to say you need to check out this broadcast, because what Charles is sharing is powerful. It makes sense, especially if you're over 30, especially if you have debt, especially if you have a mortgage, a car loan, student loan, especially have children or grandchildren, because they're always going to be faced with challenges of living paycheck to paycheck or having debt. Break the curse. Break the debt bondage. We need you to understand you can live a better life. You just got to take advantage of the information and the tool that we are sharing with you. All right. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments below right now, and I will entertain them live on the air right now. If you don't have any questions, then go ahead and get started. Get started today by getting back with the Smart Money Team member that invited you. If you're looking at this broadcast and you're looking at it from my personal Facebook page, or you're looking at it from our YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, send me a private message and say, Charles, what you said makes sense. I want to be a part of this. I want to change the financial situation in my family because I'm approaching retirement, or I want to retire earlier, or I want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. I want to own stuff. I want to build assets. I want to get more real estate investments like you do. I want to have that passive income. So when I'm in my 60s, I don't have to worry about whether it's Social Security or not, because I can afford it. I have multiple income streams coming in. I can afford it. And oh, by the way, what if we no longer have Social Security? And what if you don't have good health benefits or health coverage? All that stuff is expensive, folks. It's expensive. So I really recommend to you that you take a hard look at what we're doing, because I promise you it will change your life. All right. So Having said that, we are at the bottom of the hour. I went a little bit over. Let me see if there's anybody on that has any questions. And it looks like, yeah. So Earl said, what was the first property you purchased? Well, the first property I purchased, that's good. That's a good one, Earl. Let me tell you. The first property I purchased was a little small bungalow, okay, in Missouri. All right. It was, I think I bought it for like 30,000 and later I sold it for like 50 a couple of years later. Okay. Uh, and here's what I will tell you when you're getting started with real estate investing. All right. Um, you don't have to try to buy the home that you think that you would live in. Okay. A lot of times it's really not about what you would live in. It's just about what a family is trying to do to enjoy life a little bit. All right. Mama just wants to make sure that you have good appliances in there, uh, good microwave, a good refrigerator, a good stove. Uh, a lot of times the parents just want to make sure that their kids' school is close by. So there's a school in the area. Okay. And as long as the house is decent, clean, most people will want to rent it from you. Okay. And then you can, like, do what I did, just basically play the game of Monopoly. Start off small. And as you grow and as you get more experience, you trade up on properties. Okay. And you get newer properties and you get better maintained properties and you get more square footage. Okay. And you go from single family homes and condos and townhouses to multiplex or multi properties and small apartments and large apartments, and it just continues to grow for you if you have a system. And this system that I'm sharing with you all has been the one thing that has helped me to accelerate everything over the 15 years I've been doing this. And that's why I can comfortably live the way I live and enjoy life, and my family can live the lifestyle that they live without worrying about money. Okay. But again, it's really not about the money. It's about the time. I get to have the time, and that's what's most important to me. So I hope that answers your question, Earl. And if you got any other questions, just hit me up. Hit me up on Messenger. All right. Be more than happy to talk to you about how I built my little real estate empire. All right. Having said that, if there's no other questions, listen, folks, get back, like I said, with the person or persons that invited you to this broadcast. And if it was me or if you saw this on my feed, reach out to me on Messenger and say, hey, Charles, I really do appreciate the information you're sharing because it is necessary, it's needed, and I want to be a part of this movement. So if you see somebody in your feed or a friend or a coworker or family member that has absolutely needs to see this information, tag them, share this information with them. We tag everybody and share cat videos and movies and all kinds of other stuff and TikTok videos that people do. Share a video like this to get somebody's creative juices thinking about what they should be doing for their future financially. All right. Eliminating debt, building wealth. All right. Because this is what we need in our communities, in our country right now. All right. So share this with somebody, please. We ask you. And then join us right here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we kick off the broadcast. We'll be sharing more with you. I will have team members on here so that they can share their experiences as well. And I'll have some other special guests talking about real estate investing, how to save in taxes, and all kinds of stuff coming up. Man, I'm telling you, we got some good stuff coming for you in 2022. You want to be a part of this crusade and this movement? Don't hesitate. Let me help you eliminate your debt in the fastest way possible. And in addition to that, make an income that you can be proud of, that can free you from debt bondage and help you build a legacy of wealth for your family. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you on the next broadcast. See you on Wednesday.